host Aurora, a life coach, always here on Monday and Thursdays. I want to create a space for you where you can recharge your batteries, reflect and rest, and most importantly, reconnect to yourself. Sometimes it's not so much about learning new things and acquiring stuff, reading books. Sometimes it's more about unlearning and letting go of things and being reminded of who you are. Remember who you were when you were 3 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old. It is a beautiful journey to be on. Sometimes it is very painful because we learned to engage in situations that make us feel good in the moment, but then realize that feeling good should not always be the goal, the aim. Sometimes feeling good is there to distract and to guide us further away from who we are, because we think we have to change. We think to overly adapt in order to feel comfortable with other people. And that is good for some time, but you will reach a point where you don't know who you are anymore. And that's a scary place to be. So once you go within and see that you steered away for too long, too far off from your own path, it can be very disturbing and sobering. And that's what, people don't expect at times. They want change, they want to feel better, but they think it's going to be an easy path. They think it's going to be fun and that they'll be laughing. Others think it's going to be way too hard and not worth it, and it's more comfortable and easier and time effective to stay on the path. So everybody has a very different view on change, on being authentic. We're slowly but surely approaching the end of 2021, and what I love to ask myself towards the end of a year is, what is it I want to stop doing? What is it that I want to slowly let go of? What is it that doesn't serve me anymore? Second question would be, what is it I want to start doing? What is it I want more of in my life? So take a moment, and maybe you know already while I'm talking what you want to embrace a little more in the future and what you want to let go of. And it is so important to try and envision yourself. Who would you like to be down the road? If you go a couple weeks ahead, a couple months ahead, a couple years, maybe even, who's the person you would like to be? What would be most sustainable for you? But let's get back to what we want to stop doing and let go. Most of the time, if not all of the time, what we're engaging in and what we want to let go of in the future, we are doing initially to make ourselves feel good, to make ourselves like more functional and okay. It is not things that we just engage and then, we don't like them anymore. We engage in addiction, we engage in certain behaviors for a very very specific reason, and that is to feel better, to be able to cope. So to just stop doing that behavior is not going to work. Of course, you could cold turkey it and just stop doing it. And some people are very successful at that. But most people stop doing something. I don't want to talk only about addictions, but habits. And then slowly through the back door, that habit creeps back in as soon as shit goes sideways, as soon as, things become difficult. And we're being reminded of why we initially started that behavior. So again, it can be pretty much everything. It can be alcohol, video gaming, emotional eating, whatever you come up with to distract from your pain. And this is so important to at times have a coach at your side, because with your coach, you explore why you initially engaged in that behavior, and then you start your healing journey. And you start replacing this behavior that you want to change, get rid of, with a new behavior that is more beneficial. And what is it you want to see down the road? What is it that you want to, have more in your life? And how can you keep your goal in mind, envision it, if not on a hourly, but on a daily? And what are the baby steps that you can get or that you can take towards your goal? I think that is such an incredibly important question, because sometimes we have a goal and then we see people on Facebook, on Instagram, in our life that are there already, we feel like, and then we feel discouraged. Or another example is we set a goal, but we're not really making baby steps or any steps towards our goal. And after a couple of weeks or months, we just drop it because we feel there's no point anyways. So this, again, is something that your coach will help you with, is to stay accountable and to explore what kind of steps you would like to take in order to get closer to your goals. So first of all, find out, what is it you want more in your life? Is it joy? Is it love? Is it connection? Is it money? And what is it you want less? Is it drama? Is it confusion? Is it miscommunication? Is it health issues, money issues, loneliness? And then we can go from there and see how we can reach these goals. You can hear it in my voice already. I'm very calm, close to being sleepy, but it is that time of year where, the days are really short here in North America, and you really go within and reflect and allow this. I know our society here is doing quite the opposite, right? Which doesn't make any sense, but this is how it is. But if you are aware that Mother Nature is actually wanting you to get, to go inside and to go a little slower. And yes, society around us is going crazy, and it's all about planning and controlling and influencing and buying presents. And that can drive some of us severely crazy. So I encourage you to make time, be it in the morning, in the evening, or if possible in the middle of the day, for you to be alone with yourself and reflect and enjoy your company. And if you don't enjoy your company, that you see, hey, what is it that I want to change? If I don't like being with myself, if I don't like to look myself in the eyes in the mirror, then I would suggest we need change. And that is okay. Change can be very uncomfortable. Change is not going to be the I feel good route all the time. But the end goal is going to be so satisfying, to feel authentic, to feel you can be yourself is so incredibly precious. And all the pain, all the undigging, all the unfolding that needs to happen before is totally worth it. I hope you know how precious you are. And not only because you're listening to my podcast, but because if you are listening to my podcast, it means you are growth oriented. You like to challenge yourself. You like to make this place a better world. And you are willing to look at yourself instead, doing the work instead of blaming and shaming the outside world. So let me tell you, I'm incredibly proud of who you are. And I'm so blessed to have you here on this journey. If ever you feel ready, reach out to me and schedule a coach call. I would love to support you. I would love to empower you. And the people who have reached out so far are, again, such a blessing. I learned so much and we grow together, and it's just an incredible way of connecting with people. I couldn't be happier when it comes to my job and the way I can interact with people and meet people from around the globe. If you have a moment, please leave me a review or a rating. This is so incredibly precious in the podcast world and will help other people to find me in distressful times. All right. And if you want to connect with me on Facebook, Aurora Eggert or Aurora Eggert Coaching is where you can find me. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.